Today, we're going to be flying with Malaysian Air Business Class. We're flying from Kuala Lumpur Malaysia to home, Sydney, Australia. This is roughly an 8-hour flight, and we've just gotten off a flight from Oman to Kuala Lumpur, so it's time to hit the lounge. The Malaysian Air Lounge in Kuala Lumpur is extremely expansive. It's a large lounge, but since we got in the morning, most of the food stations were closed. It's comfortable enough, but it isn't anything amazing, and from what I could see, the food was pretty bare, but that might be because we got in early. And here we are on the plane. So the seat itself is a pretty nice seat, but it is not a fully lie flat seat. You do get a decent amount of lie down, but you don't have as much legroom as you do on some of the more premier airlines. This is a cheaper ticket though, so that makes sense. Now let's talk seat amenities. Under your seat, you've got a nice little cubby to store stuff. Then you've got these controls. You've got a light. You can turn on a massage feature for your seat. And then you've got these seat controls. So you can have a fully upright seat, a slightly reclined seat, or a lie down seat. It's not fully lie down, but it still is fairly nice. Now, if we go over to the right hand side, you have these controls. These are seat controls, but they're a little bit more specific. You can sort of figure out what each one does, so we're not going to cover that. In addition, you've also got a light and then the controls for your television. And then between the seats, you have a nice little table that you can use for all your table needs. And what's a table without food? Let's go over the menu. This flight, we got breakfast and lunch. For breakfast, we had the option of nasi lemak crepes and a mango coconut French toast. At any time you wanted, you could order egg noodles, smoked salmon panini, a chicken tandoori wrap. You had a selection of cheese and cracker. And then for the main course, or for the main course for lunch, you had a cheese omelet, egg noodles, and again, a French toast, this time without the mango and coconut filling. It really feels like we had breakfast and breakfast, but this is supposed to be breakfast and lunch. Also worth noting is that before landing, they do give you some Malaysian satay chicken or beef. For now, however, I'm just going to have a coffee, which if you know anything about airline coffee, it's not that great, but it does do the job. Don't worry though, we will get into the food later, and you don't want to miss that part because the food was, well, we're going to get into that, no spoiler. Right now, we're going to be going over the amenities. So inside your nice little amenity kit, you've got all of this. You have some eye covers, socks, a toothbrush, a comb, toothpaste, mouthwash. You have some lotion and lip balm, and then to wrap everything off, you got these headphones that you can use during your flight. Now, let's jump to the food. To start things off, you're given a small selection of fruit and some bread, along with banana bread because we're going to Australia after all. Australians love banana bread. And then you've got this delectable French toast. I absolutely adored this French toast. I wish they had more slices, but it was good. And after that little breakfast, it's time for a nap. Waking up after a nap, we completely missed lunch. So instead, we ordered some wine, some beer, got a side of noodles, which they were serving at any time. And that was enough to hold us over until they served the satay chicken. It might not look like much, but it was delicious. And with that, we were in Sydney. Overall, it was a pretty smooth 8-hour flight. Business class was worth it. It wasn't as good as some business classes, but for the price, you definitely got what you were paying for. Hope this review helps. If you got questions, leave them down below.